Hello Wolfpack, welcome back. Today we're going to be analysing XRP. XRP, created by Ripple Labs, is a coin that's gathered a lot of attention recently. It's got a lawsuit, which is obviously the big thing that everyone would know about at this point, that was announced against it by the SEC in December. And, since that point, as you can see here, we dropped around 75% in a matter of a couple of weeks as there was a massive panic sell. Surprisingly, actually, very surprisingly, it didn't affect the bull market. XRP, they have a kind of like a cult following in terms of a massive community there that's really strong supporting the coin. And, I think they managed to, market this coin and boost it up in price. It went up about 750%, 770% from the bear market lows just in November last year. And what we're kind of seeing here on XRP, let's just get into the fundamentals first before we dive into the TA. The lawsuit is something that really interests me on XRP because the SEC basically, claimed that XRP or Ripple Labs was selling XRP as an unregistered security, and hence, that's punishable, and you can potentially get the whole program shut down there. But the lawsuit has taken, 8 months. You'd figure if the evidence was so compelling and that XRP was actually selling, and that Ripple Labs was selling XRP as an unregistered security, that would get shut down very quickly. And it's taken 8 months and we're still up and running. And apparently the lawsuit's going to be ending by the end of the year. And I've heard some good things so far. And let's just note, guys, that, if they lose the lawsuit, yes, that's going to negatively affect XRP. It's potentially some bad things going to happen to it. But if they win, can you guys imagine the effect it's going to have on cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency beats the SEC. That's essentially what's going to tell to all of the investors and all of the public. Cryptocurrency beats the SEC. That is absolutely massive news. That will definitely drive all prices up, regardless of whether you're XRP or not. That would flood the market in terms of bullishness. So I'm definitely looking out for that. That could be potentially massive news that could send us into that blow off top towards the end of the bull market. So I'm looking out for that. I think that's the most likely occurrence. Obviously, I'm not part of the investigation, so I can't really tell you for sure, but I personally think that is the most likely occurrence here. Let's dive into the TA though. So in terms of TA, XRP, ran up, 770%, as we just said, came to a top of around $2, probably got rejected there due to the psychological resistance at $2, as you have with most round numbers. And we kind of came up here for an attempt, let's move this across. We kind of came up here, as you can see, to $2, and we kind of did that. And then we came back down for a retest of, the 90-cent region. We kind of undershot $1 there, closed just above $1. Came back up for an attempt, and we just kind of rounded off here as the altcoin season kind of progressed. But XRP didn't really get much of an altcoin season. As Bitcoin dominance dropped, XRP kind of leveled out. And then you tend to see that with, some high cap altcoins, not all of them, but people look for, those lower cap coins with much, much higher returns. So we saw that rounding off, and then we saw a massive drop, obviously, as Bitcoin dropped of about, 70%, which is pretty typical. But what we have seen on XRP, which is actually really bullish, is we've seen this kind of double bottom on our buying range. If you're part of our Telegram group, you would have seen this already. Our Telegram group got a buying signal on XRP around 50 cents, 55 cents, and hence we're probably at, around 35% profit at this point. So if you want more trading signals, including XRP trading signals, make sure to join that. The link will be in the comments and the description. But regardless of that, we saw that double bottom, and we saw that momentum build up again just in the last couple of weeks as Bitcoin has been making a move. And if we zoom in a little bit here, what we can see on XRP is something very, very interesting here, okay? So we've seen this bullish Ichimoku cross, no doubt probably a bullish MACD cross as well. And we've kind of flipped over the 50 SMA here, which is very bullish, which is this red line. And typically when you flip over an SMA of that kind of length, you don't see a drop back under it for at least a while. So that's very bullish. That's an extra support zone we've got there that's currently sitting around, 66 cents it's sitting at. Just above our major support zone here. So there's going to be a massive bulk of resistance coming from this area around 60 to 65 cents if we see any drops, which is very bullish. Gives us a little bit of extra security. Additionally, we've also broken into the Ichimoku cloud. We've flipped it for support as well, so we've got extra support there. And we're testing the 50 EMA and the 200-day SMA at the moment. So that's the blue and green line there. After that, we'd probably be looking to test the top of the bull market support band, and then also this top of this Ichimoku cloud here. So what we're looking at on XRP as a longer term view is we don't want to see a drop below 60 cents if we're going to continue this bullish momentum, and we want to rise above about 90 cents or 91 cents at the top of that bull market support band if we're going to see new all-time highs, essentially. And then above this 91 cent zone, we can see we don't have much support for a while, resistance for a while. We got to break through $1.30 to confirm a bull market continuation. So what I'm kind of thinking on XRP, just to simplify that, don't drop below 60 cents, break above 90 cents, and break above $1.30. That is the most simplistic view I can give you guys. And what I'm kind of thinking we're going to be seeing if Bitcoin continues the run is some bouncing underneath these two, critical MAs, a breakthrough of the MAs, flipping that Ichimoku cloud, moving up to the bull market support band, rejecting off it a couple of times, and then breaking through up into this resistance zone, bouncing, and then moving up to continue the bull market. And that will probably take place before October. So you can see that if we see something like this, what we'll actually be seeing in a longer term view is one big rounding out pattern on the bottoms here, which is typically what we see in these kind of recoveries, a big U-shaped recovery, and that means that the momentum is shifting from in favor of the bears to the bulls. So basically, as we sweep the bottoms here, the bears realize that, hey, we might not be able to push it under this support band. Maybe this is the time we should be buying. They flip bullish and we see a rise up. That's a pretty common pattern that we see, and it's something that we're probably going to be seeing on XRP. If we jump into the Bitcoin chart quickly, we can see here on XRP that, we've had a few significant peaks, two of which, one of which was the bull market peak here, as we saw in altcoin season in the last bull market. But the other two here were kind of, outside of the bull market, and that just means that XRP was gaining strength against Bitcoin naturally, without an altcoin season, without people hunting for higher gains in the market. We can see that this is our critical resistance zone here at around 0.00016 sats. So that's the zone we need to break above and close above in order to see new all-time highs. If you zoom in, you can see we've never actually closed above this resistance zone. We formed a double top here. And then obviously the bottom of that resistance zone at 0.00011 sats is where we need to break through to have an attempt to break above there. On a more local kind of trend here, we saw a double bottom at the bottom of our major support zone here, just like we did on the USD chart, but on a completely different time scale. This is December and March, and we've moved up since then. We can see we're probably forming some sort of trend line here if we just draw this out, in which we're probably going to be seeing some sort of upwards action from this point. As Bitcoin makes its run, I'm kind of expecting Bitcoin dominance to rise and all altcoins to kind of, lose value in terms of Bitcoin pair, because that's what happens at the start of bull markets. When Bitcoin rises, altcoins rise slightly less, and then they catch up later when the altcoin season occurs. So we'll probably be seeing us kind of, sweeping on these lows here until we get, some significant action in terms of Bitcoin dominance dropping. And we'll see a test of this resistance zone here, and then a bit of a move up here. Depending on what happens with the SEC investigation, we could be moving up straight to new all-time highs here on the Bitcoin chart for XRP. Just due to the fact that, if we see that hype around them winning the lawsuit against the SEC, that's obviously going to drive the price crazy. I mean, I don't see any other reason for the price to go crazy. That's definitely the best bull case scenario for the entire XRP community. So that's been the analysis, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out my other videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.